talk now.
Oh, I didn't know if you had something planned or not.
No, I'm just still sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to WTF Performance. My name is Joel.
I'm Lindsay.
And today we're driving my 2009 Honda Fit. This has been the car I've owned the longest in my entire life. I have, since I was like 16, been buying beaters, driving them for 1 year, fixing them up, and then getting bored when they run good and I sell them. Well, when we got married, I had to be a grown-up. I bought this Fit from CarMax. I made all the payments on it. This was the first thing I ever financed, and that was one of the reasons why it stuck around so long, as I couldn't sell it. I had payments on it. So I ended up paying it off a little bit early, and then I couldn't sell it because we wanted to buy a house, so we sold her car. You got a Nissan Versa. It's super reliable, but it's fucking boring. It sucks.
Yeah, it was boring.
I was not consulted when we bought that car. I don't know why all the people around me don't consult me before buying terrible, boring cars or very unreliable GMs.
Yeah.
But I said, let's sell your car. We'll take that money. It'll help our down payment for our house, and I'll give you the Fit. To which you replied,
Okay.
you couldn't drive stick.
Yeah, I couldn't drive stick, so I had to learn fast.
So I took her to a parking lot a couple times, and I taught her the basics of, putzing around the parking lot with the stick shift. She was super nervous, but
yeah, that
first day I gave her the keys. I said, go to work. And I think it's the same for everyone. The first day's the worst.
Yeah, it sucked.
Once you get through that first day, you're like, oh, I have it. It's easy. I got it now.
Exactly.
I handed off my Fit to her. I think at the time I had a Suburban.
Yeah, you had the Suburban.
I had a Miata, and then the SC300. So I went through a couple cars, and Lindsay just drove this every day. But this was like, we go somewhere together, we take the Fit. It's the reliable car. It got 35 miles per gallon. You could beat the hell out of it. I didn't even modify it till like last year.
Yeah.
Like my rules don't apply to it, which is, if it doesn't make it better, don't do it. And this car was too good for me. I couldn't do an exhaust because I couldn't make one that was better than the factory exhaust because it worked perfect. It wasn't like rusted out or anything. Over the years, we did do a couple things. We did a little short ram intake for some good intake sounds, so then now you could hear some VTEC. I added a little muffler that I bought for years ago and never put it on. I put it on last year, and we've had a muffler that rattled around for a year. Now that's fixed, but I did a carbon fiber shift knob, little things like that. Dodging a raccoon.
Oopsies.
Megan lowering springs, fresh struts last year. I just gave it like an update, but other than a battery and some tires, I finally put fender flares on it because I've been rocking 225 tires on this thing for a year. And I think that's the widest tire I've ever seen on a Fit. They don't fit very well. I had to roll and pull the hell out of the fenders to get them to fit in there.
Oh yeah.
I still got rubbed forever on the right rear, but I did some flares on it. Now I have plenty of room for some spacers or wider tires or whatever. So over the last year, we've obviously been building this YouTube channel, and we've made some pretty drastic life changes, trying to work for ourselves and restore our big old house in the boonies. We're at a crossroads, and that's which cars are we gonna hold on to, and which cars are we gonna use to fund the future. I think this one, I've owned it for a long time. It's been a great car. I think it's time to shake things up, be a little irresponsible. Sell my reliable Honda and we're gonna find a new daily driver.
Yeah.
And then some of the extra cash we can use in some of the other projects. So I think it's time to say goodbye to the old Fit. But this, I've always liked Hondas. This one is no exception. It has an L15 motor, 1.5 liter, 115 horsepower, i-vtec. It has a 5-speed manual. My only complaint about the car is that this is the base model and it doesn't have cruise control.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, the Sport model gets you wheels, a spoiler, and cruise control. Like, what the hell? Just give me cruise control.
Right.
It's the feature that is the most missed when you don't have it. But other than that, I Ubered for a season in this thing after we were first married.
Longer than that.
It was
No?
about a year.
Yeah.
But I used to drive around Chicago and just bang gears and pick people up and drop them off. And, you know, a lot of people were weirded out that I was even driving a stick. You know, it was real funny every time they realized.
It's a fun car. I love driving it.
Yeah, what is your experience with this car?
I love it. I had a great time learning how to drive stick in it. It's super easy.
She didn't ruin the clutch or anything.
I didn't.
She did a good job.
Yeah, and I can't go back to an automatic. I love it. So we'll see what's next. One other thing I did to this car is the clutch master cylinder died once. And I had known for a long time, because the clutch felt so weird in this car from the factory, that Honda put in a clutch pedal dampener in the master cylinder. So essentially, even if you just drop the clutch, it would like soften it a little bit. It would slow it down a little bit. So it wasn't like a direct feeling between your left foot and the clutch. I always hated it. But I found that the Honda Civic of the same year had a normal clutch master and that they were interchangeable. This Fit has a clutch master cylinder from a Civic, which makes it feel 10 times better. It made it feel like I put a new clutch in the car, but this is still the factory clutch. And I highly recommend it if you're like good at driving stick shift and don't need Honda to spoon feed you this manual transmission experience. Then it's pretty easy. It's a couple bolts underneath and it swaps right in. It feels so much better this way. So, kind of a boring video on my Z, but just talking about the direction of the channel and what we're planning to do. So, my hope is we're gonna sell this Fit soon, And with the funds from that, we'll be able to pick up either a couple more project cars, a new daily driver project, and also keep moving forward on some of the other projects. I've got a couple more Z videos that I want to pump out and get that thing pretty much done to the level that I want to see it at before the season's over. And then we have plenty of work left to do on that Corvette, which I definitely said I wanted to drive this year, and I'm definitely never gonna be able to. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I appreciate all of it. Definitely love to see the channel keep growing. We're getting close to 400 subs now, and
Crazy.
it's just the beginning, man. I really see this going somewhere, and it's because of you guys that are helping us out right now and checking the videos out.
Hell yeah.
So I definitely want to hear your feedback of what you want to see done with some of these cars. I'd love some ideas on like some payoff videos of like, okay, the Z runs now, what do I do with it? Do I go to the drag strip? Do I try a drift event? Do I just sell the thing and, you know, never talk about it ever again? Yeah, I'd love to see you guys get more involved. You know, maybe we can do something on our end and show you guys what you want to see.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I definitely want to get a project car for this one and make her do some work soon.
Yay!
So hopefully this, since I'm selling kind of her daily driver, you know, it would only be right to replace it with something she wants, you know.
Yeah, this is a fun car, but I have some other cars that I would rather have.
Yeah, if anyone has a Evo 8 for like $1,000, you know, hit me up. Yeah, that'd be cool. Pick up an Evo for the channel.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss the Fit though. It was fun.
Fit's been a good car. There's tons of race events that have popped up on these things, and like, this car's too nice to do that to, but I've seen guys buying the old first generation Fits and racing the hell out of them. There was one at the last track day in the beginner class, and he was like keeping up with some cars, man. These Fits are good cars. Definitely a fun, cheap track toy. All the base models I think were available in stick shift, and I've seen them out there in the wild. There's stick shift Fits out there. So
yeah,
if you want a little go-kart, microvan Honda thing, you know, Fit, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.